So I wonder if you had this experience before. Have you ever had to learn something so you can learn something? And that's the case that I had when I was trying to teach children how to swim. When I was young, swimming coach in the pool, I'd have to teach children how to put their face in the water, right? Because you can't swim without your face is in the water. And then you have to teach them how to blow bubbles, because if they can't blow bubbles, then they're going to get water up their nose and in their mouth, and they start choking and coughing and all that, right? So they have to be able to blow out, and they have to be able to have a face in the water. And last thing, they had to kick their legs. These three things, basic three things they had to know before they could swim. And I remember trying to teach kids this like forever, right? You just every week you're trying a new game. You know, can you see the thing on the bottom of the pool? Can you blow bubbles for me? How many bubbles can you blow? Kick your legs really, really hard. Make it splash. Get my hair all wet. All those fun games that you could do to motivate children to learn these three skills. Now, that is the way it is with any skill, right? All skills require some basic skill set, right, before you can even get to the skill. So you have to have some basic knowledge of what the skill, how to do the skill, before you can actually do the skill. Doesn't matter what it is. So when you're learning something, what are the basic skills that you need to know? Well, when we're starting to talk about new habits, there are also some basic skills you need to have to be able to quickly assimilate habits into your life. There are lots of people out there that you look around, you could be envious of them because they seem to take to things really quickly. They do it once or twice and suddenly they can do it all the time. And you think, why can't I be like that? Well, maybe they have some of these three skills that I'm going to talk about here in place so that they can quickly get these skills into their brain, and then they have them forever, right? So, first one, model the habit. Now modeling is an NLP, a neuro-linguistic programming term. Basically, it means to be able to understand what the habit is from the beginning to the end. Each step, each sequence, what you're doing and why you're doing it. So when you model a habit, the first thing you need to do is watch other people do it successfully. Doesn't matter what the habit is, whether it's doing something cool on a motorbike, or whether it's just even dealing well with clients or customers, or doing a good sales pitch. All those things are skills, habits that a successful person that has been doing them for a while knows how to do. And so if you model them, you watch them do each step, and you notice what they're doing each time, then that's part of modeling, right? Second thing is write down each one of the steps. What do you do first? What do you do next? What do you do next? What do you do next? What happens when you do this happens? That type of thing. So you write it all down so you know, okay, so you watch somebody do it, you ask the questions, you write it out in sequence, and then you stop and you visualize yourself performing the action. Now, a lot of sports people stand on visualization, as this is a pillar of success. If you want to learn how to hit a golf ball well, then you visualize yourself hitting a golf ball well. If you want to put more baskets in the hoop, then just practice in your mind throwing hoops. And the more hoops you throw in your mind, the easier it is to actually do it in real life. It's to visualize yourself going through all those steps that you wrote down. And if it's a situation where someone else can do something different, like in a sales situation, someone comes up with a question that you need to answer, well, have a way of answering those questions already built in. And that way you're not going to be surprised. And this is visualization, right? Visualize each step of the way. All right, so that's the first thing. Model a new habit. You do those 3 things: watch somebody do it, and write it out, and then visualize it. The second one is to write out an intention statement. Now, what is an intention statement? I've talked about these before. Basically, they are a statement that you write down that tells people or tells yourself what you're going to do and why you're going to do it. Say you want to start doing push-ups. I think this is the exact example I've used before. You write out where you're going to do, that you're going to do push-ups, where and when and why. So when you write out an intention statement, you have to consider why you want to do the habit. Before you even write it out, why do you want the habit? Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be financially free? Do you want to have a better relationship with your spouse? Do you want your kids to get along better? Whatever it is. Write it out. Why is it that you want this habit? Second is provide context for before and after you perform the habit. If you don't have context, then it's hard to place the habit in the right place. Right? If you want to do push-ups, like we said before, and you're going to do push-ups after you get out of the washroom in the morning, then put that in place. After I've finished brushing my teeth, you can say, I'm going to put my toothbrush away, and I'm going to walk out the door, and I'm going to do my push-ups wherever. So, and then afterwards, after I'm finished, then I'm going to go ahead and do the next thing, whichever it is. Maybe it's some other form of exercise, or maybe that's all you're going to do. But if it's all you're going to do, then you say, okay, at the end, after I'm done, then I'm going to, continue to the kitchen and make my cup of coffee or something. All right, so consider the context. And then third, write out your intention statement like a good journalist would. A good journalist uses the 5 questions, right? Who, what, where, when, and why. So who, you, what, push-ups, where, in the hallway maybe, when, after I'm out of the bathroom in the morning, why, because I want to become fit and build my upper body strength, or something like that. So if you write it out word for word, then your chances of actually doing it go up 50%. I think it's something like that. So model it, write an intention statement. And the third thing, surprise, surprise, is perform the habit regularly. You can't develop a habit unless you actually do repetitions. Visualizing is great, but it doesn't build a habit. Visualizing helps you perform the skill when you need to, but it doesn't make it so that you can actually do the habit. It doesn't get ingrained in your brain until you actually start performing it. See, repetition is what actually builds the pathways in your brain. Your neurons don't start to really change until you actually perform the habit. They do when they start visualizing, because the studies show that when you visualize, the same neurons will fire, but only if you know what is all entailed in the habit. And so you have to be able to perform the habit in the first place for your brain to know what the habit is. So repetition is important. And repetition also provides confirmation that you're committed to building the habit. Right? If you're not really committed to building it, you just visualize it a couple times, or not even write it out, don't do it. If you don't do it, then obviously you're not committed to it, and your brain says, oh, well, I'm not going to do that. It's a waste of time, because why put the effort in? Your brain is lazy. And why put the effort in if I'm not actually going to get the thing that I want? And third thing, if you actually repeat the habit often enough, then you start getting the reward you're after, right? If you're doing push-ups because you want upper body strength, you keep on doing push-ups, you're going to get upper body strength. But only through repetition, right? You're not going to get it instantly. It happens over time. So you keep repeating it, and it will eventually give you the reward, the big reward you're after. So there you go. So that's how you can develop a habit quickly and easily. Do those three things. First of all, you have to be able to model the new habit very well and use those 3 points I said. Model your habit, and once you've modeled it, then you need to write out an intention statement so that you know what you're going to do, and your chances of actually doing it will go up. And then practice, practice, practice. Do that habit every time the cue comes in place. Just keep on going. And once you have got these 3 habits, then you can build any new habit, right? And so this is what you're going to do. It's time for you to start practicing these 3 habits. If you can practice these 3 habits enough, then you'll be able to build any new habit. The only way to practice these 3 habits, though, is to start on a new habit. So pick a habit, go for it. Don't wait. Sit down, write out what habit you want, and then start practicing these 3 things.